to actually take the time out of their fucking schedule to learn the tool set. So
Dude,
who knows when that's going to actually happen?
He's got too many tool sets already. Or skill sets, sorry.
Yes, he does. He's got too much going on, especially with the merger.
Yeah. Oh, as we're waiting here, God, I have a question. This might be a down the road thing. Do you know if we're going to implement any of that one D&D crap?
No.
Okay. I think you can nail on the head when you said crap.
I am not buying anything from D&D Beyond that is any way related to D&D. We are done. Like, no. I'm not changing rules and changing how things are going. No. We're just...
5th edition is just...
This is
fine.
I just had, it was just a question. I figured, like I said, D&D crap.
No, like, there's too much stuff that they change.
Yeah, I agree.
And to have to like relearn it all over again. No. Hard pass. Nope. 5th edition or bust.
Oh.
Or we're learning a whole. We are all learning a whole new system.
Yeah. My opinion, 5th edition is perfect because it's super easy to customize to your preferences for many different game modes, not just D&D.
Yep. It's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no, we're not. We're not moving forward with D&D 1. All right.
Getting in now.
Hey! Chris is here. Woo woo.
The Imperial Hot Chocolate Milk Stout's pretty good.
Yep.
I completely forgot.
I have
what
a
time it was.
visitor. I have a visitor.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh dear.
Which visitor is that?
That sounded like Nova.
Yep, it is. She pulled up a chair right next to me.
That's because Dad doesn't let her.
Ah, Grandpa does.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yep. All right. Well, Victor dies first.
Yeah, that probably will happen.
All right. Well, who wants to?
Mostly because I have to watch my language.
Who wants to give the recap of what happened last year?
Oh yeah, it hasn't been that long, huh?
Bro,
It really has. It was last year.
I don't
remember.
last year. Stuff happened. People died.
And people lived.
Yeah.
we got more information from. Yeah, well, no, we got more information about the mushrooms from Robin. There's 4 stages: spores, spore hive, mushroom hive. That's all I wrote for last session. It's great, fantastic.
All I remember is that now the everybody that was infected is coming after us.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you remembered the very end of what happened last year. Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
Yes.
On point. And you guys suck. That's fine. I'll give myself inspiration. It's good. It's good. You know, the Pied Piper Elduin lured some rats into Grimwald's shack there for Grim to, you know, take his infection and inject it attemptingly into a rat. Was, you know, successful-ish in spreading his spores into the rat, and realized the rat's body is just not big enough for all the love spores he's got to give. And so he needed something else.
He needed
an old man
volunteer.
volunteered to be the receptacle of all Grimwald's love spores.
I wrote his name down. I forgot what it was.
Oh my gosh, Grimwald. You said you would remember him forever. And you've already forgotten The man who sacrificed his life for you?
Sounds like
it's
he
been
took
a
a note
year.
and then he broke it. You know, sounds like he's changing his subclass.
I mean, it was a year ago.
It was not a year ago. It was just last year.
It was last year.
Hey, I'll make an oath breaker.
Can't believe you don't know his name.
Oh God, I wrote it down. Just don't know where I wrote it down.
At this point, I don't think it matters.
Matters to me.
I mean, the guy could
It's
just
the
haunt
principle.
him forever now because he said he would never forget him, and now he has been forgotten.
I'll find it eventually in my notes.
After that happened, the old man turned into one of the white mushrooms with the purple veins in the middle of the building. The wall came down eventually, and you guys had a nice resty rest because you burnt a bunch of giant mushroom people. You investigated other mushroom things. You did attempt to burn down Grimald's love shack, but you started a fire on the roof, and the white mushroom within was able to just go whoop, burrow itself down and around. Eldwin did do locate mushroom and was like, "Fuck,
They're
mushroom
everywhere.
be everywhere, bro. This is the end times. We're all gonna become mushroom peoples." It's like The Last of Us. They're everywhere. Good luck. Hopefully none of them are clickers. So that thing got away. Information was given to you guys from Robin because Warwick signed the extended contract. A sample was resent to her through some crazy magic bullshit with whatever little friend she sent to deliver all the contract information. Conversation was had with Cynthia Battlehammer, but that's how you guys eventually got the volunteer. And long rest. Woke up in the morning, saw the big black dick in the sky. Was like, whoa. Good morning to you too. Walked over to investigate it and realized that the handful of dwarves that were on this side as kind of protection, if you will, but just being people who were quarantined as well, were all dead as they were impaled with tiny mushroom dick roots that came out of the big black dick mushroom through their bodies. You were able to see some of their weapons had been embedded as though there was some kind of combat. As you guys get a little closer, the roots kind of retracted away and did and really were more reactive than active. Eldwin with some combination between Eldwin and Daisy. Some blight, I believe, was used a couple times to really, really eat a chunk of the big black dick. As Daisy was able to use their ×2 speed to instant transmission Eldwin away from the retaliation of the roots. And the first time it seemed to heal quick. The second time, though, it definitely was a little slow on doing so, but Eldwin was able to figure out that even if he spent every spell slot he had, it's just there's too much mass to overcome with what this is. And keep in mind, on your guys, the state has taken over the fucking wall in the main gate of this northeastern section of Brimshander. It goes wall, 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 big black dick mushroom, wall, 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 and it's just fucking everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. You guys went down the alleyway together, all kumbaya, where the first stone pillar gate was erected because we're continuing the dick jokes apparently. And you noticed that there were a horde of people lumbering slowly their way to you with no real light on upstairs. Their mannerisms more akin to undead than alive as they were heading towards you. And let's see. 27 days ago. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
From your guys' street view, you have no idea how many there are. But, I mean, you don't see gaps. You don't see behind them. There's that many coming towards you. Okay. So what dope shit do you guys want to do today?
Well,
Are we just going to run from all of these?
I would say that we need a precipitous retreat.
We do need an expeditious retreat and come up with a better plan.
Yeah,
Well-
because we're not going to be able to take all that on. Unless we can find a way to kill the spores. And if we kill the people, oh well, but we need to kill the spores.
Or kill the thing that's, commanding them,
yeah.
which would be the big black dick over there that I shot a couple times.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's the one in command.
It's a command tower that they wanted to build, is my assumption, because remember that big giant thing wanted to build a command tower?
Mm-hmm. Which is what I'm assuming that is.
So we either need to figure out a way to bring that down,
Or get out of town.
or
make a tinfoil hat for these people.
Yeah, right.
Oh wait,
That may work.
do y'all even have tinfoil here?
No. So when he goes to say that word, you guys have no idea what he's like. There's no translation. Because remember, he's got that whole Star Trek translator communication thing. So he says words that you guys don't understand, but his chest area speaks in a language that you guys do. And when he says this word tinfoil, you guys hear.
Okay.
Huh. Well then.
Well, whatever kind of hat that is, I don't think that's going to help us.
Well, great.
Mm.
So, yeah.
The horde is 10 feet closer.
A precipitous retreat would be called for, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, let's start walking away. They're pretty slow, but we need to figure out where we're going.
And how far are we from the big black mushroom dick?
I mean,
right
you
next
can
to
turn around and see it in the sky. Like, you guys aren't far from it.
Well, we need to get away so we can at least figure out something. So we need to do an expeditious retreat.
Where are we going to
Let's go.
go? Can we go somewhere high where they can't climb?
I don't
So,
know.
Are
But
these are these
I'm
people moving
moving
as
out.
zombies or just normal but slow? Normal walk speed.
You know what, Mr. Not From Around Town? They look like they're just walking like old people
Okay.
with a broken hip. And they've had surgery, so they got a little bit of a limp.
Okay.
And they wish they had their cane, but they don't. So they got a little bit of like a wobble going on.
Okay.
Warwick, I'm going to need a dice roll from you, and I'm going to say perception.
Cool.
I'm sure that's broken for you, so just roll another 32 for me.
Oh, spirits are talking to him.
Well, it's a 23. You know.
Well, I had the individual numbers right. No.
Cool. Is there like a side street here?
Where you guys went down, there's no the closest side street is behind you guys about 40 feet.
Why do I have a feeling the only way out of here is scaling a wall?
Well,
I mean, that's not a problem. But we can just, walk back the way we came until we figure out where we're going exactly.
Yeah.
They are 10 feet closer.
I'm
Well, let's go,
walking
gentlemen.
away. Yeah.
I am too.
I'm going a walk, I guess. I don't want to run ahead of everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Where
far ahead.
Where are you going?
We need to stay pretty much as a group, gentlemen. People.
Where are we going? Do we have a map?
Yeah, in your head.
Shit.
AKA, I put a bunch of stuff on that map and can't show it to you currently.
Oh, we
want to just head back to where we slept until we figure out a more permanent location to head to?
There we go.
Seems like a reasonable plan.
That's a plan.
That's a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like everybody's in agreement. Off we go.
All right. All right. So as you all collectively are assembling here, go back down the street, passing the no longer smoldering giant ruins of giants and ruins, and Grimald's Love Shack. As you pass those two burnt down buildings, you have to make that left in order to go into the building where Tom, Jerry, Barry, Larry, Curly, Moe, Jerry, whatever the fuck you guys 40 times that poor guy was knocked unconscious at. You go in there. Do you shut the door?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's you can still hear the group shuffling. So I mean, there's a lot of people. There's no way to hide, right? So you guys get in, shut the door. I assume some people are watching through windows or
Oh yeah.
some such nonsense like that.
I dare we put a watch.
Excuse me. It's like 2 minutes before you see these people lumbering their way, and some of them. Let me do this. Let me move you guys to here. Oops. I did not mean to turn that off. That turns all my sound off. Okay, so you guys are on this one. Okay, so you guys are all in here. And here. This is the building you guys are all in. So they are coming from up here. Some of them turn down this way, but some of them keep going. And there's to the ones that are looking out the window, give me an intelligence ability check. And that wouldn't be all of you. I would say pick 3. Pick 3 of you. Intelligence ability check.
I will have been watching out the window.
So Victor, Chris.
I'll do the last one, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck your spirits.
Wow.
It's okay. The DC was an astronomical 8, so all of you got it. As you're watching them split, there's absolutely no rhyme or reason. It's literally just horde mentality of the easiest path.
Okay.
Like, there's none of them are fighting over each other to turn left or go or continue going straight, if you will, which is this path here. It's just there's almost like a natural divide. The ones that just happen to be closer to this are the ones turning this direction. And they just lumber on past.
They go right by us?
They just go right by you guys.
Is there an end to it?
No. Not seemingly. Not yet.
Are we going to stay in town or do we want to leave?
I would say after this mob gets past us, we go back into town and see if any normal people are over there.
I say we leave town and call it an
Like that
airstrip.
really important lady.
Yeah.
I need Victor, Chris, and Warwick to give me perception checks. Because you're the three looking out the window.
Nope.
With a 1, you still beat Chris. And almost beat Victor, too.
Like that 14, 15, 16.
Oh my god. Man, it's one of those things, right, where I don't critically fail and critically success skills. You still got the fucking TC, guys. Jesus.
You don't even want to know what mine would be if I rolled a 1.
Oh, I don't. I want a meteor to kill you. I hate observant. So let's see who was. So not. I was okay. So Chris within the crowd of Shroombies, you notice a few people. Just people you've helped in the past couple of days fixing things as you've trying to learn the language. But unfortunately, a lot of these people speak a mix of languages, so it doesn't really help. But just to kind of feel useful and doing something and just try to learn what you can about this land. So there's a few people in the Shroombies that you recognize as people that you've recently worked with.
And now they're zombies.
Shroombies.
Shroombies.
Shroombies sounds better. Zombies sound dead. Shroombies sound just taken over. Or they're really, really high.
And also dead.
And also
I like
dead.
high. High.
Yeah, but there's no coming back. Once you're a Shroombie, you're forever a Shroombie.
Victor, there's
Shroombies
nobody
still
that
sounds
you
cool.
recognize within there. But Warwick, there are two people that you recognize. Both as people that were in the City Hall building that Uncle Marshall, the second Marshall, third Marshall resides in. One, the guy that was naked because it was super fucking hot. He's still naked.
Kinky.
And the original desk worker that was there the first time you went in that told you where Miss Lisa's room is are
blonde-headed gal.
Yep, are Shroombies, and just lumbering with the horde here.
So if you tell us, then
Well, do we want to look for other people or just leave town and come back later? Because this does make a difference on what I do for all of us.
if what they're saying is true, it sounds like everyone in the entire town has been taken over. And there is a shitload of people. So that would constitute probably most of the town anyway. So if there's anybody left, they're probably Shroombies.
They will be shortly, probably, if they're not already.
I would say this town is a loss.
So I wonder where the lady in white is if we didn't see her. The icy lady.
I do feel like there are several people here that are probably not Shroombies. But where they're located is the issue.
Or they would be in serious hiding.
Is there a second floor on this building?
Or an attic.
I would say no.
So there's just the one level with windows, and the horde's still going by.
Correct. Fireplace.
Well, I'm
doors.
sorry, what?
There's fireplace. There's doors. There's windows on the other side. Nothing currently helping you. It's these windows that you guys are looking at.
The horde is walking down this way. Where did they go when they pass us?
You have no idea. You're
There's
facing
windows on the alley
east.
side, right?
Yeah, you're facing east. This is the window. This is the window.
Are any of them heading down the alley?
No, none of them have gone down the alley.
Well, before we make any decision about what we're actually going to do, perhaps we should ascertain why they're all heading towards the giant black dick mushroom.
I mean, I would assume it's because...
to get instructions?
Well, either to receive instructions or to protect it, since, you know, I did attack it and hurt it.
Well, chances are they can receive directions from a ways away, considering they received instructions to arrive here at it, don't you think?
I would agree, which is why I think they're going there to protect it.
I'll just, wrap my hand in my fucking coat and just bash the window out on the alley side.
Okay.
Did that get anything's attention?
Wait a couple seconds. Nothing lumbers down the alleyway.
Cool. I'll break the rest of the glass or whatever the hell it is.
Sure.
Why don't you just open the window?
Breaking glass is more fun.
You
I expect that
assuming
from
the window
Daisy.
can be opened.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Icewind Dale.
This place is weird to me.
Yeah.
Can I go out the window and sneak, around this way to potentially see what the fuck is going on over here?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Could have just stayed on the 14. Son of a bitch.
So you pull out. You gotta squeeze through here and come out here. And what you see is that we're at the base of this structure where it meets the ground. multiple archways have appeared at it as though openings into a building, and the people are lumbering inside and disappearing.
When you say these structures, are they like immediately at the base of the mushroom, or are they like from in front of the mushroom, they're coming up out of the ground to form an archway, and the people are going in and like heading at a downward angle?
So it looks as though the flesh itself of the mushroom at the base where it meets the dirt has opened into an archway.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the mushroom itself has grown some orifices.
Or has lifted its skirt.
It's okay. The mushroom has lifted its skirt to reveal some orifices, and the people are going inside of it.
Yep.
Is anyone paying attention to me?
Not currently.
All right. Well, let's make our way back in to the shack.
I'm gonna need another stealth roll from you.
Right, you did that as soon as I took my glasses off to rub my eyes, and now I can't read to find stealth.
If only you could put your glasses back on.
What the hell? That's even worse. And somehow
Actually
better.
Thanks.
Spirits helped
Thanks,
him
spirits.
even more.
You really helped me out there.
You get back without issue.
Cool beans. Right. So the giant mushroom seems to have developed some holes at which the people are going inside of it.
No comment.
So maybe we should just let it soak up all these people and then try to kill it all at one time.
I have a feeling that they're all going underground where I've sensed mushrooms several times now.
I'm inclined to agree with Elduin. I feel like they're using them for their own
nourishment, maybe?
Who knows? We don't know. But I would wager probably Chief Sheriff Marshal Sheriff Markham Southwell the Third, twice removed, is probably not affected by it. Nor Madam or Miss Robin.
So where would they be?
Probably not Cynthia.
Okay. So we need to get back to where they are?
Possibly. There could be people who aren't infected. But it seems like the infection's more widespread than initially anticipated. Or perhaps now that the mushrooms grow large enough, they can exert some level of control against people even though they're not infected.
Well, I really don't want to push one down and check behind his ears.
By the way, there are still people lumbering past you.
Oh my God. How many people are in this town?
to get here, so.
It's a slow-moving horde.
Hey, we could crowd surf.
Anyone else that we recognize in the crowd? Specifically, any of the three people that I just mentioned?
Okay.
How do you search the crowd? I mean, because from your window, you've got a very limited visibility.
Well, that's why I was asking if there's a second floor, because I'd like to get up on the roof.
Why don't you just have someone princess carry you up to the roof?
Wait, just give me 10 minutes and we can search all you want, because this spell lasts for 8 hours. So just wait a little while. I'm going to start casting Windwalk. It'll take me 10 minutes.
Wind walk? What fucking broken shit is this?
It lasts for 8 hours, and everybody in our party will be able to turn into. It takes a minute to revert to wind form, where they're a cloud. They can move 300 feet every 6 seconds, and they can take a minute to revert to their normal forms and revert back to a cloud if they focus for a minute, and for a total of 8 hours. So we get 8 hours of basically traveling around the fucking town as fast as possible for free. Nobody can stop us because we're clouds.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
This is the spell I was thinking about using earlier, but I was like, I don't know if it's worth using right now. It lasts for 8 hours. It's worth it.
Interesting.
Up to 10 creatures of my choice that are within range.
Sure. Where's your holy water?
That's not something it consumes, so it's my spell focus. It takes care of that. It doesn't have a gold cost, so.
Yeah, it should have a gold cost. Holy water has a gold cost associated with it. Dumb spell. Dumb spell.
My understanding is the same as Elduin's. As long as there's not a price on the component and the material cost, it focus takes care of it.
Yep.
Your focus. Fuck your spring of mistletoe. Get bent. Fuck off.
It's
what do you guys?
No.
What is? Yeah. What is anybody doing anything while Elduin prepares to turn you all into happy little clouds?
I'm ready for some happy little accidents to take place while we're happy little clouds.
That sounds so twisted.
It's Bob Ross, right?
We
Yes.
we don't make mistakes. We only have happy little accidents.
Happy little clouds, happy little trees.
All right. Well, a spell that I need to erase from Mythical Compendium forever is successfully cast.
So when I finish casting it, we're all turned in clouds. We can't communicate, except for me, because I have telepathy, so I can still talk to you guys. And I will tell everyone, all right, if you focus for a minute, you can turn into your normal self and return to cloud form if you focus for a minute. And we can travel really fast. So if we want to look around town for specific people, we can freely do so. But we should stick together, because you guys can't talk. And then I will slowly move towards the window to try to get everyone to follow me.
I'm gonna travel to the chimney. Since we can fly.
Yeah. At 300 feet every 6 seconds. It's fast as fuck.
Really?
Damn.
Wow.
This is our means of fast travel if you need it.
Go puff puff out the chimney.
Only actions a creature can take in this form are the dash action or to revert to its normal form. Reverting takes 1 minute.
Yep.
During which
means
time the creature is incapacitated and cannot move.
Yeah, you got to find a safe spot to revert to yourself or to turn into a cloud.
But while you are a cloud, you have resistance to damage from non-magical weapons.
And you can dash, which means you can go 600 feet in 6 seconds.
Yep.
So you fly the cloud around a body and you focus on turning into a person. Wonder what happened.
Ouchies. On both
You can't
ends.
move when you're reverting.
Is ouchies the technical term, babe?
Yes.
Checks out. Ouchies.
That's That sounds ominously sexual.
Wow.
I'm gonna assume that we all go out the window though, or the chimney,
Yeah.
and we're gonna just make our way around town looking for people that aren't infected. Yeah.
Now, you said, are we staying together?
I did say that we should stay together since you can't communicate. Only I can communicate.
That is a
Good
fair.
idea.
That's a fair statement.
Yes.
That's a good idea. I think we can do that.
Which
I'll
one of you
stay.
fuckfaces is not staying with the rest of the Happy Little Clouds? Of course you're not. There it is. There it is. There's the Happy Little Accident.
The one that was
somebody's
talking
gonna-
about happy little accidents.
I knew somebody was going to do it. So we got Team Eldwin and Team Mark. Eldwin having all of the clouds except for one following him. Eldwin, where are you leading your Happy Little Clouds to? Where is your first destination?
I'm gonna head to the sheriff's office first, because I figure there's a good chance someone is alive and not a zombie there, or Shroomby.
Okay. I mean that I can't even blink and you're basically there. So, Happy Little Accident. Where are you going?
I am continuing to observe this mass migration at a safe distance in the air.
So you're going straight up and watching from above. Okay. Warwick, go ahead and give me a perception check. Eldwood, go ahead and give me investigation.
Zip, boom, bang.
Investigations are not going to go well, but maybe it will.
I mean, you know what the building is. You get there. It doesn't take long to find a crack to, cloud into. Going through this building, you do not notice any other people.
Anyone at all?
You don't see anybody in here. Warwick, from your 300 feet eye view, eyes? 300 feet cloud view?
Mm-hmm.
So for you, do you just rain on people?
I'm here to rain on this parade.
So he takes a whiz.
Golden showers, here we go.
I mean, it literally just turns
Y'all are
into
awful.
it's
Y'all
literally
are
just
awful.
rain at this point, right? He's a cloud.
No, it's obviously golden.
It's a golden shower. There's no way around it.
That's correct.
Like, I'm not trying to pull a Zeus here, all right? Let's everybody calm down.
Adolescent boy here. Come on, jeez. So from your view, Warwick, you're really high perception roll. There are lines of people from more than just the one direction that you guys noticed. There are about there are five lines from, and it's not saying that they're from any north section of town or south section of town. That's just the way that the Bryn Shanders roads are kind of laid out. And these things go path of least resistance to their destination. It just ended up that because there are so many, the overflow, if you will, found different ways to get to the control spire mushroom thing. You stopped counting at 270 people, and there were still more. And they're all just headed towards this thing. with its skirts lifted up, revealing multiple arches as they're just going in.
Is it mostly the human residents of Bryn Shander, or am I seeing like the other races be affected as well?
I'm going to say you're going to have to get closer and really, really investigate in between the people to figure that out. You went straight up for a bird eye view. Can't tell from tops of heads.
What if I get like 20 feet above and then look backwards into the crowd? Like they're like to where they're heading towards me to where I can see their faces.
You're seeing their faces. Yeah. Easy enough for you to do. We'll come back to you. Team Eldman, what's your next stop that you're going to blink and be at?
Yeah.
Before we blink and be at that place, I'm going to, can I actually find any cracks of any hidden doorways or anything?
You find cracks all over this place. It is a wooden building in Icewind Dale. There's no such thing as smooth anything. There's no insulation. These things are quickly thrown together to be as much, I don't know, against the weather as possibly can, but also be able to last. So like they don't. There are literal cracks everywhere.
Okay. So no hidden doors I can find because of all the cracks.
If you're trying to, you know what? Give me an investigation roll. Give me a happy cloud investigation roll.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So you start going through every crack. Like you're like, secret door, whoosh. Bedroom? That's weird. Secret door, whoosh. Chamber? Oh, lavatory. Oh, secret door, whoosh. Oh, it's fucking hot in here. Whoosh, get back out of that room. You don't find anything interesting, though.
I go back to following the group.
I'm just going to use telepathy to talk to everyone real quick. If you guys want to just look through the crowds and, do that for a few minutes and come back, we'll say an hour. Everybody can split up for an hour and come right back here. Just so we can search faster.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just, start flying around to see if I can spot anyone I recognize as important.
Okay.
I'm just going to get a bird's eye view.
I'm going to see if I can go to where we made the agreement for Land to get his arm into that building.
I don't know who that is. Who's Land? I don't know who that is.
For Grimwald to get his arm.
Oh, okay. I know who Alon is. I don't know who Land is.
Call him Ian. Just call him Ian. It's way easier. He'll respond.
Okay. Where Grim got his arm.
Grim got his arm. So you're looking for the black and gold tent.
Yes.
Okay. Victor's looking for the black and gold tent. Elduin, you are just spiral pattern looking for people that you recognize. Mm-hmm. Daisy, you looking for a ball of yarn? What are you looking for?
I don't know.
You're just going to stay inside this area because you don't know what to do? Just be a happy little cloud, just float there. I mean, this is the lightest you have felt ever. Like, you're just floating in the air.
This feels like something a high person would think that they are, You're actually a cloud.
And you didn't even have to use a charge of your secret stuff.
I forgot about that. I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. Grimald, what are you going to do?
I will, coincidentally, also look for the black and gold tent. Obviously not knowing he's going there too.
Okay.
So I'm thinking I need all armor fixed.
Okay. So, do you like happy little cloud swarm around Daisy to bring Daisy along to your happy little cloud to like kind of pull them along with you, or do you just leave Daisy in the in City Hall?
I'm going to attempt to using my cloud form to kind of draw an
Bring yourself into
arrow.
shapes.
Yeah, like a puffy arrow if I can. And then hoping that she's looking at my direction.
I'm paying attention to.
Yeah, hoping she's paying attention. I'm not like doing this when she's like staring straight up.
All right, so Grimold, what I want you to do is change your chat from public role to a private GM role, and I need you to roll a d4. And then Daisy, I need you to do the same.
Switch it to private GM. Do you see that tab?
Yeah.
So suddenly this has become a cartoon.
I used that a d4.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. All right. Well, Grimold, you take the shape of this beautiful arrow, and you take off. You don't see Daisy Cloud anymore. No, they're gone. They've gone a completely different direction.
So as I'm flying, my cloud changes into like that anime plus sign on the forehead that designates anchor.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. And Chris, you're going up for a bird's eye view of the city as itself.
Yes.
So you're like going super fucking high.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you gonna like dash to get 600 feet a second or around every 6 seconds here?
Yep.
Okay. How high are you going? Mile?
High enough to where I can, from looking up, I can look around and see where all the people are no longer at.
Okay.
That way I can try getting and to see what the status of the city looks like.
All right, Warwick, investigation roll as you come down and looking at faces. It is not just common humans. There are dwarves, for sure. You see a couple of elves or half elves. Not real sure, but it's not just humans anymore. It's a mix within this crowd.
If I quick pass between them, since I'm a cloud, can I look behind their ears, like just in general as I'm going through, and see if they've got the little necrosis behind the ear? Like, are they all legitimately infected?
I'm going to say that since you know what you're looking for, they're all legitimate.
Okay. So this shit is spreading faster than we even thought originally.
Give me an intelligence ability roll.
Nice. He's getting information.
It's the one thing this character's good at.
Oh yeah. and I'm doing my job. I'm providing transportation yet again.
Taxi.
Uh-huh.
Your librarian
The
will
fastest
taxi this one.
I'm the fastest taxi you'll ever get.
I mean, yeah.
That's not true. Valgwin's about to be the fastest taxi.
But you haven't done it yet. So right now, I'm the fastest.
Fair.
I
It's fair.
mean,
I'll give you
people with teleports and teleportation circle and walk through trees. Come on.
Hey, I have the walk through trees. I just haven't set up a second tree yet.
I still think for tree walk you need a series of trees. It only goes so far.
I will check for you to let you know if you're in it. At any distance, as long as it's on the same plane. Don't need a series of trees.
There's a lesser one that's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. It's literally teleport, but with trees.
Interesting.
That's what you got. Victor, you are doing what again?
Tent.
I am looking for the black and gold tent.
Oh. I mean, from City Hall, easy enough to get there.
Okay.
You do note that outside the black and gold tent, the mechanical beings aren't there.
They are not.
Nope.
So they were like guards at the door, right?
They were.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just go right on inside and see what's going on. Float my way in the door.
Okay.
Do I see the proprietor? Proprietess, whatever.
This gosh darn thing. I thought I turned the zoom feature off.
In case you need to know, Windwalk was a 6th level spell. So I don't know if there's a dispel magic going on in that tent. If you need to know, 6th level spell.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Now the autofocus is off. Victor, give me an intelligence ability check. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yep, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's send you a happy little message.
I'll take the minute.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So before entering, you're going to take the minute to become a happy little satyr.
Yes.
Okay. And as you're focusing and taking that minute, Eldwin, go ahead and give me an investigation roll. This will be for the first of multiple checks for you to. You're fast, I get it. But you got a big city to go through still to see if you recognize anybody. Now, sure, you're being quick.
Yeah.
But you know some features that you're looking for, but still, this is gonna be a few checks. So this will be the first of a few, just to see if in this section you recognize anybody before you're moving on.
Yeah. I was just really hoping it was going to be perception because I said I was looking, but sure, investigation, gotta be fantastic.
Yeah.
Man, I bet you're wishing you had some spirits right about now.
Let's see. It gets to Bryn Shander's map again.
If I could cast while in this form, I could have spirits. They just wouldn't be the same spirits. It's not concentration. Windwalk is just cast and done.
Okay, so from City Hall, Eldwin, would you try like a cinnamon roll pattern, like spiraling outward to search for people, or are you gonna go towards one section and make a search and go to another section and make a search? Like, what is your...
Well, the city is in kind of a grid form, so I think searching it in a grid way would be better. So section by section would probably be more efficient here.
Okay, so Bryn Shander looks more like a slightly bent crust pizza. It's round. It's a roundish shape. So if you wanted to cut those into pizza slices, what's if that's like your grid, or if you're gonna go like emo style squares, what's your plan here?
No, I'm gonna cut this into squares.
Okay.
It's gonna be real annoying, but I'm gonna do it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So if we just make this easy, right, and say that they're, let's see, we just do that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we say there's 16 squares, all right? And where City Hall is would be 2, 2.
Okay.
From the top. If you count the top as 1, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 4 crossed. This is 2, 2.
Yeah,
so are you going to search all of 2, 2?
I'll search all of 2, 2, and then I'll go to 1. I can go diagonally to 1, 1 and work my,
and work your way across. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. So within 2, 2, and you're looking for 3 people, right? Which was Eminem, Cynthia, and who was the third?
Robin. Yeah,
okay.
Robin.
So you find the tent within your first search here. You also see that in front of the tent is a happy little cloud that is starting to reform into a humanoid shape.
Cool. So I'll let, as long as they're not being attacked while they're doing this, then I'll just let them do that and move on.
There are no shroomies in this area.
Cool. Perfect.
That's all that you find within this quadrant, and you easily make it over to now 1, 1, and we'll come back to you.
Yep.
Daisy's a happy little cloud that's just floating along, just clouded up, super light and airy, having a good time.
I'm a cat, so what do we expect?
Oh, so you're gonna find some raptors to sit on and look for some mice, or something like twitch a little cloud tail, and wait for something to knock over.
Yep.
That sounds perfect. Grim, it doesn't. You know exactly where to go. You've been here at least once. You instantly see where there is your black tent, black and gold tent. You could tell there is something outside of it that's a happy little cloud, more humanoid shape, less cloud shape. So somebody of your team, or somebody else in terms of the cloud, is solidifying themselves outside the tent, right by the door. What would you like to do?
Probably wait to see what forms. We got verbal instructions from Elduin about how long it would take and what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or telepathic instructions.
Yes. As soon as we transformed, I gave you telepathy.
Okay.
Said how long it takes.
Okay.
I mean, so it's going to take about a minute, depending on when this individual started, before you know
see
who
what
they
it is.
are. Yeah.
Okay. Do I notice anything happening around the tent?
Yeah, there's nobody there. There's no shroomies and no robots. It's empty and quiet.
Did the tent have like windows, or was it just like straight drapes?
Is the outside is a 10 by 10 black and gold straight draped tent.
So there's no way to look in.
There is not.
Is the front door flap open?
No, the flap is not open. And it never has been. You've always had to move the flap aside to get in.
Okay. I'm gonna try to enter.
As a happy little cloud?
As a happy little cloud.
Okay. So you get there, get to the tent. You see someone else who's a cloud actively changing into a humanoid. Nobody else around, nothing around, no robos around. And you decide, happy little cloud into the tent. Okay. Well, Victor, you see a happy little cloud. Cloud itself into the tent. We'll come back to you, Grimmel. Chris, you are. You are joining the clouds in the sky. I feel like some clouds would be like, whoa. Where'd you come from?
Actually find out all the clouds are actually people that are in cloud form.
Looking down, you can see that Brimshander was a big circle. You can see that the northeast side of Brimshander, where you see remnants of walls that's just completely decimated. Buildings are crushed. A bunch of still snow packed in the southeastern side, but Brimshander itself, like half of it, is just demolished. From your perspective, you can see that there are still about 5 lines of ants from your view heading to the big black dick on the north gate. There is an end to them, though. you do see the end. Give me a intelligence ability check.
I'm not rolling well tonight.
Man, the way that these people are walking, this could be, the people could be cleared out in minutes or years. It's hard to say. Hard to say.
Well, I got a rough lay of the land. I want to commit as much as I can.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
I am not rolling well.
Bro.
Think I see it.
I think I see my mistake.
Oh, man. Wow. Well, sir, that you rolled it so fucking shitty. Man, you know what? Those probably are just ants. Are you just looking at the dirt right now, or is this the actual city? Like,
he's lost
what the
all
fuck's
semblance
going
of reality from being a cloud so high up in the air.
Did I fly up or did I fly down?
Yeah, you're just too high. You've never been this high before. And you're in the military. You've been in some shit. You've been on some shit. You've been given some shit. And this is whack.
I'm gonna go to the section that has the fewest, or the ends of the lines are, and I'm actually gonna lower altitude so I can make things out a bit better.
All right. Well, we'll come back to you because that's gonna take you a good help. Warren.
Huh?
What are you doing? What's going on?
Well, I was. I guess I'll. Well. Where's the well in town? Where's their water source? Were they just melting snow?
From your perspective, we're just melting snow.
Well, let's head to town center then and look for an actual water source.
Okay.
Because usually there is one.
Sure.
Because the snow's been melting, which means they're going to start dehydrating to death.
All right. So you head to town center. You see a black and gold tent with a cloud-like figure that's re-solidifying. You do not see a well in the center of town.
I am going to check all major thoroughfares and wide areas where people could potentially gather for a water source.
Give me a survival roll.
There's all the good rolls.
Nice. All right, we'll get back to you. Poor Victor, you are stuck transforming. Eldwin, I need your investigation for Squad 1 for Quadrant 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that you recognize. One of the lines of people is this direction. You can see the end.
Nice.
Nobody in this line that you recognize.
All right, moving to the next quadrant.
Are you going to go to 2-1 or to 1-2?
1-2.
1-2. Go heading over. Yeah. Which fun fact, 1-2 is where the big black dick is at.
Cool.
So go. We'll have you make your roll for next time. Daisy, you find some shit to knock off as a clown. Not that you can as a clown, because it's something action you can take, but it's fun for me to allow some of your more cat personalities to still come through as a clown. So
The
you just kind
problem
of knock
is I
shit
got
off.
bored though. I got bored and just started wandering now.
I mean, that's fair. So now you're lost.
But I have a question.
Sure.
Are there people going in the mushroom stock from the other side?
You are not on the other side to figure that out. Would you like to?
Sure.
Okay. You can start making your way there, and on your next turn, you'll find out. Takes you takes time to get there. 300 feet.
Or she could dash.
Still an action to make a check. So, yeah, let's move next turn. Grimald, you are inside the tent. And where before it was well lit, there were different stones or crystals that were emanating light. It was a bright and happy place. It's dark. There's no lights on, except as you come in on the opposite side, on the opposite wall, there are two sets of two blue lights that are maybe 2 inches apart from each other. And then one set of red that's significantly higher up in the distance between, that seem to be almost looking at you. I need you to give me a perception check.
Sounds like eyes to me. But I'm not in there.
Fantastic.
I totally see it still.
All right, Grimble. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Hey, at least you're resistant, unless it's magical, you know.
You walked into a magic person's magic shop.
Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Even with disadvantage.
Yeah.
This is
Fuck.
a good question.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, did not hit the DC.
Ooh.
So you'll find out what happens to you next turn. Chris, you come down. No splat because you're a cloud. I mean, yeah, lights are getting shorter.
At least he can tell now they're not ants, right?
Oh yeah, there's definitely shroomies. I don't know if we're gonna call these things people anymore. What is it you're trying to figure out about them? You don't say. Wow, that's a lot. Hmm. All that then, huh?
I have no idea what's going on, by the way.
No.
What's going on is Chris is not paying a fucking attention to me. I'm just talking to my goddamn self for 4 fucking minutes.
He's zoning out.
That,
Sorry.
Elduin, is what happened.
Cool. I'm like reading messages and I'm like, I hope he's not talking to me.
Fuck are you trying to figure out about these goddamn people, Chris?
I'm trying to see if I see any of the two important people that I actually have seen are anywhere near the end of these lines.
Who do you consider to be important people?
The icy lady and the sheriff.
Got it. Good.
And the chocolate lady, the hot chocolate lady.
Hot chocolate lady. So 3 people.
Yeah.
3 important people. Hot, cold, and somewhere in between.
Yep.
Wow. Sounds like a daisy time. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
Okay, one failed investigation roll coming up.
That's right. You're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, then you're yeah.
Ooh.
Wow, 20. Nice. You do not see the 3 important people to you on this line.
All right, I'm just going to keep going down the lines and just looking at all 5 lines, and then we'll head off to the town center.
Excellent. Work with your fuckface damn 22. You head northeast and do find the not an active well, but definitely the stonework of where one probably used to be before the fucking destruction a couple days ago. Like the top is gone. Like there's no roof with the rope bucket going down. The top structure itself is gone, but you do see the rounded structure dug down with stone along the walls, leading you to believe this is a well.
So are there like ropes with buckets sitting around it? Like, were people actively using this well as a water source?
No. But the size of the city, this can't be the only one.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking.
Yep, that's fine. You don't have to make another roll. You're just gonna every turn you'll get to another well.
Fair enough.
The spirits are guiding you.
Damn straight they are.
Victor, you're almost done becoming a satyr again.
Okay.
Elduin, give me a roll for 1-2, please.
Hey, this one's good.
Boom.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay, go for it. Victor.
I'm going to be right back.
Yep, go for it. Fucking boom, Elduin. As you are checking out 1-2 quadrant here, you notice nobody you give a fuck about. No one. However, you know what? Before I say it, let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
If he asks you if you want to be in an alliance, you say yes every time. I learned that from The Office.
Unfortunately, this character can't join the alliance I know about because he just wouldn't fit in with that group.
Is it a Dark Alliance? That was a Baldur's
No, I was talking about Marco Barbarian Randy Savage's alliance.
Oh yeah, that alliance. the Allura Wrestling Federation.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, that deity is currently stuck in the different verse of a different planet. Sorry.
Yeah, he's currently indisposed. He's getting his belt fitted. Got to get it sized up right, just right.
I didn't want to take agency away from you. That's why I asked.
Yeah. I'll go low, and since I know I can move fast enough to, probably not get hit too much, if at all.
Okay. In that case, going back to your natural 20 for epic 21, when you go low to below the dick skirts to see what's underneath the dick skirt and seeing the people actually going into these archways, um, they're not going down. They're actually going up. The people are going up the tower.
That's useful, actually. Okay.
That's what you see with your 21. Now, do you want to go to a different quadrant, or are you going to try to go into the tower?
I am going to go to another quadrant for now because I need to tell people before going into that fucking tower. I know it's a bad idea to not tell anyone and go in that tower.
That's fine. So you're going to go to 1-3?
Yes.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Daisy, go ahead and give me a perception check. Nice. Nice. See, Chris, that's how perception checks are done.
Yeah, but dice don't like me.
Daisy on the north side of the north gate, past the big black dick mushroom. The skirt is lifted on this side as well. You do not see anybody going inside the mushroom from here, but you can tell in the distance there is movement probably heading your way. Too far away for you to tell what it is, but there is movement. There's something, or some things coming your way. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'm good.
Okay. All right, cool. So, Grimmel, as you come into the tent in your happy cloud form, seeing some eyeballs in the other way, failing your epic perception check, almost succeeding your dexterity saving throw, your stretched out form is a little bit more compact, a little bit more squeezed together. And you suddenly fall from being floating. And you hear ting, 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 ting. Give me a perception check. You can see something. Well, you have dark vision, don't you? Right, you have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
So you still only see shades of gray. So you see something coming around the corner there. Remember, the entryway has like maybe about a 10-foot spot before there was the big shield guarding off to the right, and most of the store continued on. Something coming around that direction and seems to bend down and pick you up and turn you around and look at you and go, "Oh, dearie, what are you doing in my shop now?" As you're looking at Robin, but Robin appears to be the size of a giant. Or you have shrank as the crystals and gems begin to light up, and everything seems much bigger than what you remember. You're trapped in a glass ball. You cannot. That is not one of the things you could do in the cloud. And you are seemingly trapped in a glass ball.
In cloud form still?
Yep.
Okay.
Still a cloud. Still a happy little cloud. Just can't get out. As she has you in her really long fingers, if you recall. Her fingers seem to be longer than a normal person's fingers. All right, Chris, give me another roll. Let's give it a good one, if you would, please, to see if on the other end, if the three people you care about are there.
Oops.
Yeah, you don't see anybody you give a fuck about, so you just keep on keeping on.
Yep.
It's the fourth 4 he's rolled tonight. Hopefully it's the last one.
No, I'm gonna roll at least 3 more.
Wow. All right. Well, Warwick, that's the name. Damn it. Fucking names. Warwick, you find yourself at not a words, not a well, but a fountain that there does appear some signs of use at. This particular fountain is just south of the center of the city, the main area. It's actually about 4 buildings behind the building you were that you put Cynthia in with Snow. And again,
so it was near the first medical camp.
It was.
Perfect. If this one's showed activity, like people use it as a source of water, I would like to start shifting out of cloud form.
Okay.
At it.
Okay.
I assume there's no mushroom zombie people.
Nobody here around currently. But you
Excellent.
do see a couple of buckets around, indicating that probably was used as some source, some kind of water source.
And there's water in it?
There is water in it, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start shifting out of cloud form.
Victor, you're a satyr again.
Okay. Now, as I was changing, did I see that cloud go through the door?
Sure did.
I'm going to go ahead and push the flap aside and step inside. Not go very far, just step inside.
Okay. You step inside. Would you give me a investigation? No, perception. Give me perception. Oh, interesting. As you step inside, you are able to just catch as Robin puts something into a pouch at her hip. And she sees you come in. She goes, "Hold on there, dearie. Let's make sure you're not infected before you get too far in."
I'm fine. I'm not infected, but you're free to check.
And she turns around and she goes, "Michelle, Fist, activate scanners and make sure he's got none of the creepy crawlies about him." And then the uh, the the automaton that has a pink tutu on, whose legs come down to one wheel, starts wheeling over to you. And the other one that seems like it's more. It's got this big barreled chest and these really long arms, and these. It doesn't have fingers. It's just got these massive like mauls for hands. As that individual comes over, and you can see that like their eyes seem to change from the blue color to kind of a green look, like a really dark green, and you can see this like almost like laser sight, like dots on you as they are actively scanning, like they're actively looking for something.
Cool. Let me know what you find, people.
And we'll come back to you. Eldwin, go on and give me one more roll. That's a good roll. So Eldwin, it's the all of row 1 you don't find. All of roll 2 you don't find. The person that just whispered, I don't understand. All of row 3 you don't find, but on row 4, they're on 4-3, so the second to last, furthest down.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand. Quadrant. You don't find the people that you are looking for, but you do find something related to. And that is that there is a massive forge area that off to the side seems to have this like straw hut that has a door on it. There are quite a few dwarves about this area that are heavily armored and armed. None of these people seem to notice the happy cloud or care about the happy cloud. The forge itself isn't lit, which should tell you all you need to know.
Yep, I feel like I've gotten enough information that I should start gathering up people and telling them, "Hey, this is what I found."
So you're going to go back to City Hall and wait for your happy clouds to come back.
I'm going to see who's there, if anyone's there, and we'll go from there.
So, I mean, all of your searches and coming back is going to take you some time. I'm just trying to speed some things along here, so we'll come back to you. Daisy, what do you do?
She's sleeping.
I mean,
no, I'm not.
She's a cat. The sun's not exactly out yet, though, so. And she's a cloud. Can you imagine? Cloud in the sun.
Being a cat and a cloud? No.
You're just going to stay outside the north gate with the big black dick behind you and these strange things coming towards you from in front?
I'm gonna get away from whatever's headed towards me, even though I don't know what it is and it's really far away.
Okay. Where are you going to go? Just away, or do you have a destination in mind? Or wherever the wind takes you?
Let's go wherever the wind takes me.
Excellent. Roll me a d8. That's where the wind's going to take you. Okay. All right. Well, I think everybody expected this, but you're going towards the things that are coming towards you.
Okay.
Okay, that's where the wind's taking you. Whoosh, and away you go. Excellent. Grimald, you are now in a very, 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 very dark place. Very, very dark, to the point that it's not dark. It's absence of light. You see nothing. And you're in a glass ball, and you're a cloud.
There's nothing I can do, so.
Good times.
Can I
Go ahead.
try to just attempt to just have thoughts of trying to talk to Miss Robin? I know I'm not telepathic. I'm just like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's me. Can you hear me?
Give me an intelligence ability check.
Gonna have a conversation with yourself, but you're gonna think it's Robin.
Truth.
Yep.
Truth. I feel like, is that you talking?
You hear in your own mind of minds. Of course I can hear you. What do you want, dearie?
I'll just start talking to myself. Or am I conversing?
I mean, you think you are. What do you say?
Do you know what's happening out there? So I started explaining to her. Then the big mushroom thing came up, and now there's zombie people. Mushroom zombie people are walking towards it, and I came looking for you to see if you're okay. I couldn't tell. Your guards were not outside, so I thought something was wrong. So that's why I came in. And I saw some eyes, and then something happened. And then I got real small, and you got real big. Now it's real dark. I just came to check on you. Miss Robin. Basically, I just say that.
You
and I
hear
think
laughing.
It's working.
You hear laughing.
Is it me laughing?
You hear laughing in voices you haven't heard in years.
Who's there?
Chris, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Perception.
Come on, buddy. Net one. Oh, look at this.
Yes.
Look at this guy.
Finally.
As we fast forward a bit, with your 23, checking the rest of the lines, the three most important people you give any fucks about, not in line. Or at least not at the end of the line.
Cool. I'm going to head back to Town Hall.
Okay. Wark, you are yourself again.
Cool.
What are you doing?
I want to investigate the water and see if there's any spores in it.
How do you do so?
I would like to get a bucket and hold on, actually I gotta make sure I have the spell for this. I totally do. I want to take a nice big sample of water in the bucket, and then I would like to slowly prestidigitate, evaporate the water, leaving any particulates behind.
Okay. So, do you fill the bucket completely up in order to do this and slowly dissipate the water to get as much of a sample as you can? Or are you just getting a small thing? Like, what's your goal?
Yes.
I don't understand what you said yes to.
Yes to the first thing.
Okay.
Full bucket of water, trying to get as big a sample as I can.
Okay.
Also, I'd like to mask up, because I don't want to, catch any spores.
Sure. And how were you trying to use prestidigitation to do this?
I am only heating up the top layer to try and evaporate the water from the bucket slowly so that any particulates like dirt, spores, shit like that gets left behind in the bucket.
So you're hoping that they settle to the bottom as you're slowly steaming off the top layer slowly at a time.
Correct, and if not,
Okay.
that's why I masked up, because then I'd see the spores coming up out of the water. Basically, I'm trying. My thought is, with the proximity of what could be a main town water source to the sick ward, possibly a vector to spread quicker than airborne would be through water supply. So I'm checking to see if the spores are in the water. Because that would be bad, okay?
Give me an investigation roll. With advantage. This is a smart idea. I like it. You know what? I take it back. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm not liking that 30. Right?
His next roll was a 28.
I mean, I know.
Tell you what, those spirits are little chatty bastards.
I'm gonna need a zone where there aren't any fucking spirits anymore.
Well, you better call the Ghostbusters.
I did. Me.
Oh. Watch out! I heard those proton packs give off a lot of radiation. Just careful with that.
Well, luckily, I'm not trying to have any more kids, so we're good. I'll say that what happens is that you up your bucket that's full, and you get that top layer bubbled off. You do notice that there were some spores that do like that come off as part of that process. But as you continue, there aren't any more. So it's it's not that they're in the water, they were on top of the water.
So there's enough of them being generated that, and they're, since I know what I'm looking for, but the general populace doesn't necessarily know what to look for, so they're just drinking the water and infecting themselves.
I will say that with your third aid, the spores are like a thin membrane on top, like a little oily, bubbly substance, if you will. Like the bubbles stay on top. I'm exaggerating what you would see here. It's like a thin layers on top, but once you break them and go into the water proper, they don't go into the water. They just stay on top
They
of
just
it.
form a membrane on top.
Yes. Yep.
Gotcha.
You do notice that around the fountain itself are mushrooms growing. Small ones. There are some that are brown, some are the whites. You do see up two that are blue. And on one of those bunches that are blue, two bunches, excuse me, one of those bunches, it appears that something or someone has eaten some. You can see like either pull marks or bite marks. It's hard to, even with the third, it's hard to tell exactly. As part of your whole investigation, try to figure this whole thing
out. Can I collect
the white and brown ones were not eaten or taken, but these blue ones were.
The blue ones were eaten. Okay. I would like to take a sample. I would like to take 4 samples. I would like to take a blue or a brown mushroom. I'd like to take a white mushroom. I'd like to take a whole blue mushroom, and I'd like to take one of the blue mushrooms that was partially eaten.
Okay. All right, so give me a nature check for the white mushroom. Nature check for the brown mushroom. Nature check for the whole blue mushroom. Okay, and now for the one that had been nibbled on or eaten or cut. You can't tell.
Lucky. I'm re-rolling that.
Okay. Okay. So, of your checks, the brown mushroom you don't get at the root. You get about half of the stem up. It just didn't come up very well. It's still like growing into stonework, was hard to get to. The others are seemingly perfect samples. You still have the cap and about half of the stem of the brown, though. So still got most of it.
Good enough. I remember that Cynthia said something about the mushrooms and wanted a sample of one of the bigger ones, so maybe this will help her somehow, if she's still here.
It wasn't Cynthia that wanted the samples, it was
Robin. Cynthia also wanted one, I think. If
Cynthia didn't know anything about mushrooms yet. She knew about the spores, but hadn't actually seen a mushroom. It was Robin who said in her letter multiple times if she had more samples, she might get more information.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so you've got that. Victor, the green scan ends. And they don't kill you.
Cool. I
Well, it appears that you're clean. What are you here to buy?
actually I was here first off to check and make sure that you were alive and not infected.
Oh, that's
Just
sweet.
checking on your well-being.
Oh,
And was curious if you saw a cloud come in.
I don't see any clouds. It's not raining.
Um, because we were turned into clouds to help find more people in the city. And I thought that one of them came in here, not knowing for sure, and was just wondering if you saw it and if something had happened to it, if he was still with us.
Well, you're welcome to look around. I don't see any clouds.
No, I don't see any clouds. You didn't happen to see anything coming in before me, did you?
No, I didn't see anything coming in before you.
Okay. I was also curious if you had any any indications of how it would be possible to get rid of this infestation that's all around us. If you had any ideas how
I
to do
mean,
it, and being the powerful, magical person that you are, you surely would have some ideas.
now listen, flattery will get you in a lot of places. Some good and most bad. And
I
I've
know.
already given Warwick some information um, ahead of time, as per our agreement, and did request some additional samples. Though I did get the giant white mushroom thing, but it didn't
I'm sure
last
he's
very long.
I'm sure he's trying to get samples, and we'll get them to you as soon as humanly possible.
That's such an odd phrase, considering you're a satyr.
I know. It's just a turn of the tongue.
Ah, human. What a terrible
Yes.
race. Breed like rabbits. Constantly consume everything around.
I know. They're terrible. But, what can you do? I know we could
Them in a
eliminate them,
stew.
but. Oh, by the way, since I have you here, I would like to know if you have a flute that I could play that would not turn everyone away. Or a flute that would maybe kill these spores.
Well, I mean, any sort of loud noises will aggravate them, make them berserk and attack their own, and to include others. That's kind of killing them. But a flute that doesn't turn people away? Probably. But what would you offer in return for such an item?
Um, I could offer you the reverse, the flute that does turn people away.
But is it the flute or the player?
I'm sure it's the flute. I would play you a couple notes if you wished.
Give me a perception, or no, give me a persuasion check. She. All right, go ahead and play a little. Let's see what you've got.
Okay. He takes out his flute
Mhm.
and he plays 4 notes.
All right, performance check at disadvantage. I mean, it's not terrible. I wouldn't say it's pushing me away. Are you sure that's what that's supposed to do?
That's what it's done since I first picked it up.
So you would like to trade your flute, which turns people away, for mine, which does the opposite?
Yes.
You have a deal. As she reaches out her hand with these long fingers to shake yours.
And he reciprocates.
She takes the flute from your hand, spins it around. Your flute is gone. Spins back, and now there is a golden flute in her hand that she hands to you.
And I profusely thank her.
You're quite welcome. I hope you enjoy your future adoring fans.
Well, thank you.
Now I hear you have a town to save, yes, and some samples to get me. And if I see any clouds coming in my shop, I'll be sure to let you know.
Thank you. That would be fantastic.
You're quite welcome.
And he turns and just out of curiosity, just out of a question, just throw that out there. Gotta think of how to ask this without insulting her. I noticed you putting something in your pocket, and I was curious if it was something that I would be interested in buying.
I mean, it might be, but you definitely can't afford it.
Probably not.
Off you go.
Thank you very much. Okay, how long I go outside? How much time has passed? Are we getting close to that hour where we meet?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for you, no. For other people, yes. Like you were here, waited for a minute, came inside, had a good conversation, traded a flute, left. So for you, it's only been 14, 15 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and walk towards City Hall.
Okay.
The town center where,
Sure.
Where we were going to meet anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and walk that way, head that way. And look for anything out of the ordinary. Look for to see if there were mushrooms around. If I see any mushrooms, I'm going to take a cloth out and wrap it around my face so I don't breathe anything in. And go ahead and just look for anything that would not be usual on the way to City Hall.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll. We'll come back with that. Let's take a potty break. Victor, with your 23 investigation roll, you find that there are white and brown mushrooms in corners of foundations on the outside as you make your way to City Hall.
And they're all the way to City Hall?
Yeah.
They're just random around?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he ties his cloth around his eye, around his face, so he doesn't breathe anything.
Okay.
And heads to City Hall.
All right. Daisy, how long do you keep heading towards the oncoming whatever it is before turning around?
Now.
About now?
Turn around now.
Okay. Where would you like to go now?
Go find my buddy Grim.
All right. Well, you last saw Grim at Town Hall, and then everybody became clouds. You can't tell one cloud from another cloud. So, how would you like to try to find Grim?
Let's go start looking for random clouds.
There's a bunch of them in the sky.
The little people clouds.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Is that investigation?
Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, you are a cat, so this totes makes sense. You had a goal, and then what is that sitting? What is that resting on that countertop ever so close to the edge of this impulse that I have?
To push it off.
He shit over.
And then you realize you're a cloud, so your cloud paw just goes straight through the thing, so you can't even knock it over, which pisses you off even more as you try even harder.
And then gonna be... she sees a string hanging somewhere.
And it's going to be a great cat cloud time. You'll eventually find a cloud, but I'm not sure if you're going to be interested in the cloud anymore. Or all these things that are just calling to you.
I mean, it's on par with me. That's fine.
Eldwin is heading back to City Hall. Chris is already chilling in City Hall. Warwick, you've got a pocket full of shrooms.
Sweet party time.
You just gonna take them all?
Nah. I need to figure out what the magic mushrooms do before, I just down them.
That's how you find out. Just down them.
Yeah, but I can go ask Cynthia. She probably knows better.
Maybe. Probably does.
Well, I guess I will... start looking for, Cynthia Battlehammer.
So the only places you've seen her have been where the medical tent was before it became an ice ball of death.
I would start, because when we separated ways at City Hall, if I remember correctly, and she went a different direction than I did, so starting at City Hall, I would head the direction she went from there.
Okay, so you're going to make your way to City Hall, and then try to find where she went and go that way and see if you run into her or something?
Correct. Well, because I assume she headed a certain direction, so I assume if I head that direction, I'll eventually see something that's dwarf-like and just assume, hey, dwarves live there.
I got it. You're gonna be racist, speciesist.
You're damn right.
I mean, that's fair. I've been having cat jokes all evening, so that checks out. All right. So you make your way to City Hall, and as you are starting to walk in the directions you remember Cynthia walking to, you notice a satyr coming around the corner, looking at mushrooms in the ground that are on the corner of houses. You see Victor. You two aren't clouds anymore, so you guys see each other.
Oh, well, Victor, how did your search of the town go?
Eric, I was kind of hoping to run into you anyway. I just left a tent from Robin, and she said that she was waiting for you to come back with samples. Maybe she can help us dispel these things and get rid of them.
Yes, maybe.
One other note. When I went into the tent, she was putting something into her pocket, and it looked rather suspicious. Not knowing
Yes,
for sure what it was.
As
but
people who have things in their own shop tend to put those things into their own pockets.
Yeah, but whenever I would ask her about it, she was really kind of odd about it.
Well,
So
it's
I don't know
kind
what it
of
means.
along the same lines, Victor, as whenever you get your flute out, we usually tell you to put it away.
Well, I understand. However, just something that has concerned me, so I thought I would bring it up. Um, I was wondering if you had the samples that she requested.
Well, we sent the one large sample along. Is she requesting more samples?
I think she was waiting for more samples,
What
yes.
types of samples? Infected peoples, mushrooms, really big mushrooms, spores?
Mushrooms.
What kind of mushrooms?
Probably is whatever you can get her. The more information she has, the better she can answer our questions.
Well, what if if I just run down to the market and assuming I find some button mushrooms, are those going to help us with our investigation?
Yeah. You tell me.
Probably not.
Then probably she needs blue ones.
All I've seen are the tiny blue ones, and the one growing out of the giant, but that one's kind of toast. You wouldn't happen to have seen Cynthia as you were going around town, or have you been spending the entire time in the tent?
I have not seen Cynthia. I kind of went directly to that tent to see if, number one, she was still alive and without infection. And two, just to, I noticed that one of the clouds went in the tent before me, and she said that she had never seen a cloud. She did not see a cloud come into the tent. So I think she has one of us captured as a cloud.
Right then. Yes, Victor, I'm sure we'll look into that right away.
It was just a thought, and
I'm gonna keep heading whichever way Cynthia headed.
Okay. I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. All right. And you guys are really splitting the fuck up here. This is great. Grimald, you've been stuck in the dark for like years now. It's got to be years. You started counting seconds, and then suddenly you were counting days, and then suddenly you were counting months, and then you see light as there are figures wrapped all around you as you are pulled back into see the shop around. And you see Robin, who still to you looks like a giant. And she goes, I wonder which one you are. Maybe you can't talk to me when you're a cloud. She starts like
No.
She starts like, can you say it again?
Can I hear? Can I comprehend when she talks?
Yeah, you can hear her.
I'm gonna try to do a thinking thing again. Try to attempt to telepathically talk to her. Just.
I feel like Cloud Chew is like really trying to think, and then like starts trying to form a shape, but you're so compressed you can't really form anything. And then she starts to shake you. like you're a snow globe, right? She just
My cloud becomes green with nausea.
Gribble, high or low?
Low.
She goes, well, never experimented on a cloud before. And she walks over to one of the tables where you can see that there are other like crystal ball or orb foci, and she looks around and she's like comparing your size with some of the size of the ones on here, and she picks one off of its display base and sets you on the display base. And she goes, I believe I can turn you into some kind of divination implement. This will be fun. Eldwin.
Mm-hmm.
You see Victor and Warwick heading south. Not quite directly towards where you're coming from, but no, you see them. They're not clouds. They're walking.
Mm. Well, from here, can I see any of the clouds at the meetup
No.
spot?
No.
Okay. Then I'll just fly down.
Just as a reminder, you guys were inside when you said meet back here. And then all the happy clouds dispersed. So you don't see anybody outside.
Yeah, sure. I'll fly in there real quick because I can do that and fly back real fast.
Yeah, you see a happy little cloud inside there.
All right. But I only see one, and I know there's several still out there.
Hey, Daisy, high or low?
What?
High or low?
Just pick one?
Yeah.
High.
Okay. Eldwin, you see 2 happy clouds inside there.
Okay. That's the majority of us. So yeah, sure. I'll telepathically.
You're missing a happy little cloud.
Yeah, just one. So telepathically, follow me if you would, and I'm gonna hope they listen and head over to Warwick and Victor.
Okay. Daisy and Chris, a cloud talked to you. Are you going to follow the cloud that talked to you?
Do I recognize the voice of the cloud that talked to me?
I'm just following the
Wait. Does my universal translator actually work in cloud form?
It's a telepathic
not,
communication, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
okay.
Telepathic means if you understand a language, you understand me.
You don't have to share a language, you just have to have a language.
Okay.
And I would say
the
that yes.
Cloud.
Okay, Daisy's following the talking cloud. I would say, Chris, yes, you
then I'll follow.
Recognize the voice in your head as not being your own and being
I hope so.
Why
am I picturing another guy's voice in my head?
Do me and Warwick hear the?
No,
telepath?
You guys are walking. You guys are nowhere near City Hall.
Okay.
You guys are back to being slow snails in comparison to happy clouds.
Right.
Who can snap a cloud finger, be at City Hall, snap a cloud finger, be back before you've taken 4 steps.
I just wonder if we could hear him talking.
Nope.
Through the not telepathically.
Nope.
Okay.
Technically, I'm targeting one at a time because I can only do that anyway.
Okay.
So you get there, you gather up your 2 happy clouds, 3 happy clouds, disappear, and you are now with Warwick and Victor.
Warwick, you might want to listen for a second. Yeah. I found where Cynthia probably is. I saw a bunch of doors over there, so if you want, I can take you there. Robin, I'm assuming, is in the tent. I didn't go there myself, but several others I saw did. And the people going into the mushroom are not going down, they're going up.
Up as in, like, into it? Up as in they're getting high?
They're walking into the mushroom and going up the mushroom.
Like a big staircase.
Yeah, and think of the mushroom as a tower. They're going to the top.
Excellent. Well, lead the way to Cynthia. Slowly, please. Also, Victor seems to have some crazy notion that Miss Robbins captured a cloud of some nonsense.
Yeah.
The only one it could be would be Grim, because everyone else... Well...
Everyone else
would I know that from talking telepathy to the other 2?
You could ask them to sound off.
I'm going to say that no. Because you project in, you see them as just clouds, so you don't know which cloud you're talking to. Because they can't respond to give you any kind of a sound off, if you will. It's just cloud brain. You can't read minds, so you don't know.
I can.
Move.
I just have to exit cloud mode to cast a spell to read their mind.
Yeah. So you're not sure who it is.
Cool. So one of 3 people is probably captured. That's great. Let's go see Cynthia.
Okay. So 3 happy little clouds and 2 unhappy clouds, because they're not clouds. Warwick, you were on the right track. Eldwin takes you there in a more direct manner, but you figure you probably would have gotten there eventually. And you guys are walking up to what looks like a really large storefront forge area. Like it's in comparison to other buildings that you've seen, the building that the larger giant crushed is still smaller than what this forge smithing area is. There are 6 heavily armed and armored dwarves that seem to be on active alert lookout. And then there are they are around the forge area itself. And then there are 2 more that seem to be guarding a straw hut. I mean, they notice the 2 people walking up.
In Dwarvish, I will, Well then, any of you lads happen to have seen Cynthia Bethelhammer around here?
They look at each other and then look at you like they cannot believe how well this person just spoke Dwarvish.
Miracle.
It is a miracle. So the 6 that are in front have weapons drawn. One of them takes a couple of steps forward and says, "Who are you?"
The name's Warwick. I helped, investigate our little fungal infection with Cynthia when the first medical tent was up.
What do you want?
I happen to have some mushrooms that, need investigating. I heard, from the poor sap who put the stone walls up, whose name escapes me now. Like to drink, had a real rough tongue. Worked for the city guard. Had mentioned that samples were needed and that you all grew mushrooms down below, and perhaps you would know why they're growing up top now.
Maybe a persuasion roll.
Oh yeah.
Significant die roll.
That's even without the spirits.
Fucking 27. I cast multimeteor. You're all good.
All right. Drow
All right.
campaign.
Here we go. Good job.
Finally. The individual tells you to wait up here as they turn around and walk over to the two that are guarding the straw hut. And one of them goes in, and Warwick and Elduin, because fuck you both, can tell that the individual seems to go down in this small straw hut.
Is there a crack in this hut?
A crack in the hut?
Yeah, is there a hole?
It's straw.
Even if it's a small
Straw
ass
hut,
hole.
bro.
Yeah, I know. I just have to ask, you know.
It's just straw.
I will go through it then as a fucking gas form and follow this person down.
Okay. I mean, easy enough for you to do, bro. You're just a fucking happy cloud. Is there
Good, I'm gonna follow.
Jeepers. Are all the happy clouds following? Daisy, 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 Daisy. Are you following the rest of the happy clouds?
Daisy.
I can see your eyes smiling.
Nod.
Yes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, Team Happy Clouds, because technically Elderwood did say, follow me. Follow me. Okay.
Can't talk to anybody, so why not just follow?
Hey,
Anyway, yeah, going in, going down. It's nice, smooth stone steps. Goes down and down, 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 and down, and down, and down. And then that's not smooth stone steps anymore. It's blue and icy. Steps carved into the ice of this area. As you go down and down and down and down. And, you know, Elduin player will remember, and I don't know if anybody else will, but as you're going down, you can see, like, these walls. You can see into the ice of these massive whales that are frozen in time. Strange creatures that have fin and fang and tusk. You continue going down. Creatures that still now frozen within. Eventually, you get past the ice and it becomes this dark, dark black stone. And as you begin to make that, Elduin, Daisy, and Chris, I need all of you to give me perception checks.
you really didn't want me to do that.
My average.
Elduin,
Why
you're
might
the
roll
only-
for my homunculus servant? Oh, because I'm targeting him. Let me actually roll my guy. That ain't better.
Elduin, you notice this much quicker than Chris. Your forms are slowly solidifying once you've passed into this dark black stonework. What do? You're the only one who's noticing right now. Do you say something? Do you continue? Do you press on?
I am gonna telepathy to both of them. You two should get out of here before you're noticed. You're not gonna be clouds for much longer.
I leave.
Okay. What does Daisy do?
I'll leave.
Okay. Eldwin, you can tell that as soon as they pass that threshold and go back to the ice, their form returns back to being more of a misty cloud-like.
Cool. So I'm gonna keep going until I feel like I'm on the cusp of switching. And then hopefully I can dash 600 feet and make it back here.
And make it back where?
Past the threshold. Because if I'm like on that cusp and I can make it back to the threshold, hopefully I'm fine.
Okay. So you're following the dwarf down. You keep going down. You see light ahead, but it's a red light. And as the stairs end and turn into a hallway, you see what looks like active flowing magma in the walls that are illuminating this space. And the dwarf that was going down this entire time walks ahead about 40 feet to speak with another. And it's at this moment you have to make your choice. Do you dash back or do you stay and try to hear what they're saying? If you try to hear, you're going to lose your form. If you dash back, you have probably just enough time to maintain your form.
I'm going to try something crazy and not do either of those things. Because I'm just a cloud. I'm hoping they're going to think I'm the wind, and I'm going to dash past them down to a spot that looks secluded so that when I revert, I'm not just spotted immediately.
All right. Give me a stealth roll with advantage. Okay. And you're going to dash, which means you're going your full 600 feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I need you to tell me when you get to the end of this hall, left or right.
Left.
Okay. When you go left, are you going to go through every room you can to find a secluded space as long as you have the speed to do so?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to roll a d8 for me. Okay. Um, I need to. Sorry, guys. Player did something I wasn't expecting.
That's okay.
Yep.
That's
Wow.
kind of the way the game goes.
I thought I had this prepared, and I apparently don't. I need to get it real quick. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. So first room you go into, there's definitely people in there. Second room you go into, yeah, there's people there's in there. Go to the third room, there's definitely people in there. You go to that fourth room and you're on the cusp of your time. Like you're fucking going, you're booking it. Your form's starting to come together again. Like you're more person than cloud. Like it's right on that cusp. You go to this fourth room, you see nobody. But just in case, you still go to a nice dark corner and make yourself as small as you can as your form coalesces.
Nice.
You're you. What do you do?
Yep. I do have some stuff to help me, which is very nice. How long does it last? An hour. Oh, perfect. I'm going to stay in the darkness as much as possible and be as sneaky as I can be as I cast this on myself. What? It's pass with trace, but without trace.
Oh, is it pass with trace on your sheet?
It's pass without trace on my sheet, but I know you renamed it.
Oh man, pass with trace as the spirit of a warforged shows up and puts a cloak around you. Before we do that, I need you to go ahead and roll me a dexterity ability check. Why did I? Oh, that's what the fuck is going wrong here? Okay, so you rolled an 18. Nice, very nice. It's a good roll. Good roll. I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to see something. That's what I thought. Okay. So, as you start to say the word spells, got a lot going on with it. You
Yep.
are interrupted, so you can give your spell slot back.
Okay.
As you suddenly feel a body behind you with a dagger at your neck and with your passive perception being what they are, you can see the dagger that's at your neck has a jagged edge blade. The overall length from hilt of pommel to tip is about 8 inches long. The blade itself seems to be made from some dark black metal you are not familiar with. The hilt that you can see from this, what little you can see from this hand, is wrapped in a deep purple leather, and on the pommel is a blood red stone. And
above table, my character just ran into another one of my characters.
Good, I'm not the only one that got that.
In a whispered comment in your ear, you make a very terrible assassin. Why are you here?
Not an assassin? Curiosity.
You came into the home of the Battlehammer clan out of curiosity. You're either brave or stupid.
You know, wouldn't be the first time that someone's said that to me.
Not here to kill me, though.
No.
I will reveal my roles now. Yeah. Fenris believes you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's got expertise and insight, I'm pretty sure.
He does have expertise and insight.
He's a are you lying to me? I can tell, you know.
Yeah, his passive insight's ridiculous, but I still wanted to act. See, as you watch as he lets go of that dagger and it just disappears into shadows. And he goes, well, why don't you have a seat over there? Let's have a conversation.
You mind if I call for some friends first, or...
You mean there are other idiots who have infiltrated this place?
No, I told them to go back.
Magic?
Well, it's probably due to the powerful magic that I used to enter.
Interesting. Huh. So many things have changed here since the Forge Master passed. As for your friends, this is not my place to invite them. I would suggest you go through proper channels. Now, I'm not sure how you're going to explain your situation and still receive their hospitality, technically breaking in.
Well, depends on how well the conversation that my friends are already probably having at this moment goes. But I will sit and wait.
Sure. Have a seat. I'll be just a moment. And you can see that as he backs up into that shadow, he's gone. With your dark vision, and I believe you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. With your dark vision and broken perception, you can see that he was wearing a strange type of leather armor. You think it was leather anyway. It seemed to, it had this dark coloration to it. Couldn't tell exactly what color. Could have been gray, could have been black, could have been blue. In the darkness, you can't tell because of the way that shades work. But you could tell that instead of it being like a smooth leather, it was more like leather plates that had these strange ridges to them, almost like a chitin. And the other thing that you could tell with your passive before this individual, who never introduced himself, literally vanished in the shadows, was there was a bandolier across the chest of multiple throwing daggers. And you notice that the right hand is gloved, but the left hand was not. And on the left hand, there was a bit of shiny on one of the fingers. Or he was gone in the shadows. Like you literally just was like, yeah, he's gone. He just, apparently he's got magic shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to wait, Eldwin? Or are you going to give it some time and explore again? What is your what do you got going on here?
I'll wait a couple minutes and see what happens and go from there. I can definitely leave whenever I please, unknowns to them.
No, it's accurate and true. Yeah, your boy Fenris up in here. It's funny, by the way. 4, 5, and 6 were going to be your opportunities to run into him.
I knew going left was the room that Fenris stayed in before. I was like, I wonder, which is why I went that way.
Yeah. Oh, boys. For you people who are topside, it's like 10 minutes later. It's a long fucking way down, guys. Before an individual, that first one that went down, comes back up. It's probably about 2 or 3 before Happy Clouds come back up, but it's only 2 Happy Clouds. So clearly the third Happy Cloud is dead. But none of the Happy Clouds talk to you. So that's a relief. But Victor doesn't probably shut up. So
Victor does not shut up.
There you go. The individual that was guarding that door comes back out and says, "So you're the ones who know the Queen, eh? Wasn't expecting any visitors, but she says if it really is the War Feller, that he should be let in." Which is weird.
I will thank you for your hospitality. Please, if you would show me the way, I have important matters to discuss with the Queen.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just a couple things first. You draw your blade, we kill you. You go somewhere we not, you kill you. And if you look at our Queen wrong, we kill you. You good with that?
Sounds like typical dwarven hospitality.
Hey, we'll feed you, and we'll give you some drink, and we'll give you a place to lay and a place to piss.
Cool.
Not exactly the same places either. Moving up. Anyways, follow me.
I'll go with him.
Right. So Warwick and Victor are going. What is Daisy Cloud and Chris Cloud doing?
Well,
now keep in mind, you guys could have concentrated in no longer being clouds before this guy came back up. Or you could stay clouds. It's your choices.
I will have coalesced back into my normal form before that guy got up there.
Okay.
I'll do the same.
Daisy's also gonna no longer be a happy little cloud.
Yeah, I'm gonna go where I can start knocking shit over again.
Excellent. I mean, where the fuck's that cow guy? Where's Hamburger Patties? Probably being grilled to the old McDonald's or something. Heard he had a farm. Raise them Grimmels. Poor Grim, buddy.
So, did they come back into human form or regular form before we went down?
Yeah.
So, we can deduce that it's Grim that is missing.
Well, I mean, he's definitely missing, but where he's at, we don't know.
We're not sure where he's at. I have a suspicion where he's at.
Yeah.
But I can't prove it.
That's true.
And he is not quiet about his suspicion that Robin has him. Be sure and lets everybody know.
Okay. Well, you guys follow the dwarf in. It's dark for the first. I think it's about it's 80 feet. First 80 feet, and it's just down. It is just straight down. It's nice, smooth stone, and then it becomes ice. And there's a little bit of a glow to that, to the ice itself, giving a little bit of light. And you guys are able to see the beasts from the past that are frozen in the ice, to include massive sea turtles and the whales and the strange fish thing that's got tusks. Like these, they're just frozen. And then you hit this really, really black rock. And you can tell when you step on it, it's got a kind of roughness to it. And Warwick, these spirits no longer talk to you.
Oh, damn. Good thing I still got a spirit tail in the fucking tank.
As you all make your way into this part, Chris, your universal translator stops working.
This ought to be interesting.
And if you had your little homunculus out, it would have reverted back to a gem.
Yeah, he's just stuck as a gem right now.
Yeah. You follow this section, this stonework, for another 200 or so, could be more feet. Just down, down, down. Jesus fucking Christmas, down. Before it turns back into a different kind of stone and work the spirit talk again. And Chris, your universal translator is active again.
That was creepy.
You go down a few 10, 20 more feet before you can see this kind of strange reddish orange light. and you make your ways down to that platform and go into this hallway that extends for 60, 80, depending on length of your dark vision feet. The tunnel itself, built for dwarves, so it's barely 5 feet tall. It's not a very tall ceiling. So if any of you are about that height or taller, you're gonna have to hunch a little bit. Where the walls meet closer to the roof of this tunnel, every so often you can actually see moving liquid magma, the actual sources of this place, this burning molten rock. And it's almost like you can reach out and touch it. You follow this path for maybe about 60 feet. And you come to a doorway. And the dwarf opens the door. And on the other side of the door, there are 2 people. Both of them appear to be dwarven women. Only their hair is a light blue. Their skin is almost white, and you can see their toes sticking out from the bottom of their pure white dresses that they wear, and they are hovering in the air. And the dwarf who led you down here goes, "Well, all right then, so these here are the ladies' chamberlains, and you follow them, and don't piss them off. If you do, you'll die, or be turned to ice. If you can live as ice, that'd be kind of fun. Good luck."
Okay.
I'll give him the nod of understood.
In common, these 2 ladies speak at the same time, saying the same thing. And it's a strange melody that has a slight echo to it. And it's almost haunting. Like they really stretch syllables out when they speak. And again, at the same time, they go, "Welcome to the Battlehammer homestead. All of us."
Okay.
Give the gesture to, please lead forward.
Okay. Warwick, Victor, Daisy, and Chris, give me perception checks. Take care, Grim. Try not to kill you today.
Bam! I did my normal. There we go. See, I great. And it was still higher than Victor's roll.
Damn.
Fucking home run, baby.
I didn't need to be there for this perception check because Wart got it covered. What's crazy is I got a 34 earlier and it wasn't a natural 20. So.
Do I have something that I could re-roll that with?
I have no idea, Victor. No idea.
Look, I'm just here to piss God off with my fucking skill checks, alright? That's all I'm good for.
Well, Warwick, you notice that off to the left, as soon as seemingly as the rest of you showed up, a dwarven individual seemed to quickly duck down a hallway on the left. these two individuals, these two lovely ladies, are taking you right.
Was there anything suspicious looking about this dwarf? Like, was he dressed differently than the other guards?
No, it wasn't dressed differently. It was just there was a hurried pace about them. Not like an individual that was just resting against the back, doing like maybe not someone who was. They look like they just look like they're in a hurry.
They're in a hurry. So they weren't standing there relaxed, or were they standing there relaxed, saw us going with the handmaidens, and then was like, all of a sudden, now I'm in a hurry for something?
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that could be real bad. Or real good. Who knows?
I don't know. But they said to follow them, so I pretty much would not feel well about being stabbed to death.
Except
So as long as you
none of you
survive,
noticed that but me, though.
Right. Especially me.
Well,
Not with that role.
I'll ask the handmaidens. Ladies, do you happen to have names?
they look at each other, look at you, and they say, "We used to."
Is there any certain thing you'd like to be called then? Or should I just refer to you as ladies?
They both cock their heads in like opposite directions. Like one goes left and one goes right. And they go, "No one's asked that. Whatever you prefer."
Well, I'll just refer to you in the plural for now, and if you happen to come up with something you prefer later, just let me know.
Yeah, with your passive, you're gonna hear this. I fucking hate your character.
Since I'm sitting in a room by myself, quietly,
You're
and I
not. We're
hear
getting
the
back
others.
to you. We're getting back to you.
Yeah, hold your horses.
They took 10 minutes coming back downstairs, bro. Okay, you got 20 fucking minutes to catch up on. Eat your fucking munchies and hold on.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna need to go outside and find some horses to hold on to. All right, that's your number one priority.
I can just turn into a horse to hold on to.
Turn into a horse and hold yourself.
But then you can't hold on to yourself.
Oh,
I can hold on to him for him. I'll just cast hold creature. Problem solved.
Nice.
I'm holding that horse.
I can also summon a horse.
All right, so that's what you. This is the whisper that you hear.
Oh my.
So as the no longer Happy Cloud group follows the lovely ladies to the right, we will rewind time
You sound
to
possessed.
Elduin. It's maybe 90 or so seconds before, and you're just starting to get antsy. You're just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Excuse me. I mean, your passive's high enough, and Fenris isn't trying to be stealthy at this point. So you notice a figure reappearing out of the shadows. And he comes over. There's in this room, there is when you open up the door, it is a 15-foot wide and 20-foot long room. So we do yeah. So if we do this, with the door being here, and you were kind of over here before you were discovered. Okay, there's a bed here, a small nightstand. There is a folding screen here with a large brass tub here.
Yep.
And then on this wall, there is a table that has 2 chairs. So I imagine you're sitting at this table.
Yes.
Right? You're not going to be sitting on the bed. You're not going to be in the tub. Like there's like nothing over here for you. So imagine you're sitting here. So out of the shadows, this individual shows back up, and when he does, he goes around to a few of the sconces and lights them, bringing light into this room. And now you can see that this individual appears to be some sort of elvish variant or so. Very, very unique features, and the eyes are a bit different. They're just, I don't know. There's something about them that they're almost pure silver looking. He might be about 5'10", 5'11" or so. Hair is pulled back into a ponytail. It's gotten a little longer since you were this character. Still very pale features. As he walks over, now that you see this, now that everything's in the light, the armor that he's wearing is definitely a dark purple. Like all, if it wasn't for the reflection of light, you could not tell. It otherwise looks black. And he comes over and he sits down at the other chair at this table, and he goes, "Well, I've done what I can for you. I let them know that I have a guest who is expecting some friends to hopefully join us soon. I left an individual who should see an eclectic group that is not dwarves, which I assume would be coming down here, and to let us know. Until then, I did have some tea prepared to be served here in a few moments. I'm not sure if you're hungry at all, but if so, you can let the individual know if you'd like a bit of something. I do suggest the scones. A blue one, actually, might be interesting for you, since you are powerful in the magics."
Sounds intriguing. I'll take one if you're offering.
When the tea gets in, you might like it. By the way, my name is Fenris, and who are you?
I'm Elduin. My group is fairly new to the area, but they've already got some connection to the Queen, which is who they're probably going to talk to first.
Yes, Cynthia. Yeah. Well, hopefully, me saying that you were my guest won't put her off. Should have asked more details first. Doesn't exactly like me, that
one. Well, she seems to like at least one person in my group, so hopefully that counterbalances it.
Well, if she likes at least one of you, then do your best to keep it that way.
Loading
And
torpedoes.
if you find yourself in this place's library, be careful what information you ask for. They'll give it to you, cursed or not.
Ooh, good to know.
I apparently didn't learn that lesson until too late. So, Elder, why are you here?
In the north or here specifically?
Well, I can't imagine that anybody comes to Bryn Shander in the midst of an apocalyptic event because they want to. Unless you're absolutely crazy.
Well, the whole mushroom thing happened after we got here, but our original plan was to help with the Frostmaiden.
Interesting enough, so was mine.
This place seems to change plans very quickly, doesn't it?
It does. Or you find someone to change them for you.
Fair enough as well.
And then at this point, there is a soft knock at the door. Come in. The door opens, and a dwarven child pushes this cart in and puts this dark black stone tea kettle on the table, and has a couple of just rock made almost shot glass looking things. Just sets them down, and she's got this tray or plate, if you will, of about 4 scones, 2 that seem to have some kind of blue dots or berries in them, and 2 that seem to have some red ones that she sets down. And then Fenris goes, "Thank you, Maisie. And, be a dear and let your father know that if they see this one's friends, to let me know." And she replies that, "Yes, of course. Yeah, gonna do that. Friends. Yeah. I'm on an adventure." And then she takes the cart and wheels back out, shuts the door. And he lifts up the stone tea kettle and pours you a bit, and pours himself a bit, and sets the thing down. It's hot. It's kind of peppery, like pepperminty, and a little bit of an earthy tone to it. And he just takes it in both hands, takes a sip. He takes the first drink. He grabs his scone. He gets a red one though. He takes first bite of the red scone.
Ooh.
I suggest the blue one for you, though. You don't appear to need the red one.
All right. I'll give it a try.
The red pill or the blue pill?
I want the purple pill.
Of course you do.
I gotta live dangerously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be taking a blue one.
You cannot place the taste. It doesn't taste like a fruit or even a vegetable that you are familiar with to be able to tell what it is. Um, I can only say that um, the the texture of like the baked dough itself is light. It has a bit of like a buttery feel to it. When you bite into that blue fruit or vegetable or whatever the heck it is, it's it's kind of cooling. So it with the tea really work well together, and there's like a buzz, a hum in on your tongue, and a bit of energy that when you swallow that first bite, kind of like pulses through you. It's nice, and you want more. Do you consume the entire scone?
Yes.
Um, so this might be a moot point, but did you just not consume the 6th level spell slot for Windwalk? Or did you cast that at 7th level?
Oh no, I didn't consume it. I forgot to take it.
Okay.
Take it off.
Well, here's why it might be a moot point, because you can return up to a 6th level spell slot for consuming the blue scone.
Awesome. I will add that back then.
As you finish that scone and feel that energy, it, like the hairs on the back of your arm kind of stand up, your neck kind of stand up, and you see this big grin on Fenris, and he goes, "I thought that would be the one for you. I will warn you, don't try to consume more than one in a day. You'll get well, the people of Ungor have started calling it, uh, gosh, what was it that they were saying? Oh, Kappa-itis, where apparently you just let it free at all ends, upset stomach, and all that. And apparently it was a nasty affair. I wonder what he's doing now, actually. Anyway, one a day should be okay.
Good to know.
So you were in this city before the mushrooms went all wonky.
We arrived a little before the mass destruction, I guess you could say.
Well, I would love to find out what it is that you know. But we're short on time, so we'll pick this up next time on Rime with Frostmaiden.